Hi there, Emma back for another how-to video, and in today's video we will be going over how to create an event. To get started, we will navigate to the Events tab on the left-hand side, Events, and then moving over to the right-hand side, clicking on Add Event. The first step will be to enter your event name, page slug, short name for the calendar view if your event name is quite long, and select your event type. The first event type is a single event that has a single start and end time. An example of this would be an annual gala or a golf tournament, things like that. A recurring event is an event that occurs multiple times and requires registration for each occurrence. So an example would be like a weekly yoga class that people have to register or pay for each week. A bundled event is an event that occurs multiple times but only requires registration once. So an example of that would be like a 6-week seminar where people only have to register or pay one time, but then they're registered for all 6 weeks. The next field here is the guest sign-up style. So you can choose to have your event be a ticketed event where you sell tickets, express interest where guests would just express a yes, no, maybe response, or an announcement only, so if there's no capacity restrictions or if it's just to save the date. You can also require that guests register an account to sign up. If you toggle this on before guests can purchase a ticket or express a yes, no, maybe response, they would be required to create an account for your community. If you leave this off, then anybody can purchase a ticket or express interest, whether they have an account or they're just purchasing as a guest. I went ahead and entered my event name, selected my event type, my guest sign-up style, and entered my start date and time and end date and time. If my event were to be a recurring event or a bundled event, this is how the date and time settings would differ. So the from date would be the date of the first occurrence, and the until date would be the date of the last occurrence. The start and end time would be the time of, for example, a yoga class if it's from like 11 a.m. to noon, and then the recurring style, so weekly or monthly. Now that I'm happy with my settings, I will choose Save and Next on the bottom right. On the description tab, you can enter in your short description, so this can be as simple as purchase your tickets here, your longer event description with more details on what the event entails, and your feature image. The short description and the feature image will only be visible when the page is shared from within Community or if the event is shared on social media. Once you've entered your short description, event description, and feature image, we can click Save and Next on the bottom right. If you need help with this, you can choose the Get Bobby to help for your description or Ask Bobby for your feature image. Moving on to the Location tab, you can put in any relevant event instructions, like if there's free parking on site. And then if it's an online event, you can put the video URL, or if it's a physical event, you can enter in the physical address. Once you have entered your information, you can click Save and Next on the bottom right. On the Tickets tab, if your event has an overall capacity limit, you can enter the total event capacity here. In my case, it is going to be 500 guests. After we save this option, you can choose Add Ticket Type on the top right corner to start adding your ticket options. Enter your ticket name, ticket description, ticket price, available quantity, so if there's only a certain amount of units available for this ticket type, number of tickets issued per unit. So, for example, a general admission ticket would issue 1 ticket versus a table of 10 ticket type would issue 10 tickets. You can limit the purchases per account, and if you choose to do so, how many of this type can be purchased per account. You can customize the start date and time and end date and time for the sales of this ticket type. And also the display settings. You can have this ticket type be visible always, even if it's before the tickets are on sale or after the ticket sales have ended. You can have the ticket type be hidden, so this is ideal for internal ticket types only, like if you only want to accept online payments for it, or if it's for like volunteers or staff members at a discounted rate. You can choose to have it be hidden when not on sale, so the ticket type would only be visible on the event page when its sales period is active, or you can choose to customize the display setting. You can also choose to associate this ticket type with a survey. So you can choose an existing survey, or you can add a new survey, or have it linked to no survey. I've now entered in all of the information for my general admission ticket type. Once I am finished, I will hit save on the bottom right. I also want to add a ticket type for a table of 10. So to do that, I will just click the Add Ticket Type option on the top right corner again. I have now entered in all of the information for my table of 10 ticket type. For the number of tickets issued, you'll notice that I put 10 as there are 10 guests included in this type. And since I'm finished, I will click Save on the bottom right. Once back on this screen, we can choose Review Setup on the top right corner. This will give you ticket setup considerations. In this example, it's telling me that my total event capacity is 500, but I did not set an available quantity for either of my ticket types. This is ideal if you do not care which ticket type guests purchase and only want to ensure the overall capacity is not exceeded. However, if you want to ensure that, for example, there's only 10 tables of 10 available for sale, you can simply click back into your table of 10 ticket type, scroll to the available quantity field, type in 10, and click Save on the bottom right. On our ticket details table, you can see the name of each ticket type and if their sales period is active, the price, the number of tickets sold, and the number of units sold. For my general admission ticket type, I did not set an available quantity, so it can sell up to my total event capacity of 500. This is why it displays as 0 out of dash units sold or 0 out of dash tickets sold. For my table of 10 ticket type, I did set an available quantity of 10 tables available for sale. So on this table, it appears as 0 out of 10 units sold or 0 out of 100 tickets sold. You can also view survey results by clicking into the hyperlink for each linked survey. So for example, for my general admission ticket type, I can click into the GA survey hyperlink and it will take me directly to the results tab. On this tab, I can see the responses to the questions that I asked for my event. To go back to my event setup, I can simply click the back button on the top left. The last thing on this tab is the ability to reorder how your ticket types display on your event page. So if you would like to reorder, you can simply toggle on this reorder button and click and drag. So in this case, the table of 10 would appear first and the general admission second. Or if we click and drag again, the general admission would appear first and the table of 10 would appear second. Once you are happy with this, you can simply toggle off the reorder and click Save on the bottom right. We will now move on to the Media tab. For the Media position, you'll notice that you have 4 options. For the header and body only option, this is essentially saying that you do not want to have an image on your event page, so it will simply be the event details and the ticket type available on the page with no image. If you choose Media on the left, this is best with square images, so it would be your square image on the left-hand side of the page, event description on the right-hand side with your ticket types and location below that. If you choose Media full width at top, that would have a long banner image at the top of the page with your event description, event details, and ticket types below it. And then if you choose to use custom blocks only, that is essentially saying that you want to completely customize your event page from scratch. For your event page, I do recommend choosing one of the first 3 options here. For the purpose of today's video, I will be choosing Media on Left, and if you would like more information, there's more information in our written guides. Once you have configured your image settings and uploaded your image at the bottom here, you can choose Save on the bottom right. Moving on to the Layout tab, this will give you a rough idea of how your event page is going to look. Please note that this is not a true view, as the menu options on the left-hand side here are pushing the content in, so it is distorting how it will look. If you would like to add additional content to your event page, this can be done by scrolling to the bottom and selecting Add Block to End. Here you have a number of blocks to choose from to add additional content to your page. Next, we will move on to the Visibility tab. On this tab, we will make sure that our status is set from draft to live, so the page will be visible to the public. If you would like to set a publish date, you can do so, and also a hide date, so the event will no longer show after this date. If your event is relevant to a specific event category, you can add it here. Or if it is part of a larger fundraising campaign, you can also add it to the fundraiser here. Once you have made your selections, you can click Save on the bottom right. Now that our event is all set up, we can click Preview on the left-hand side to see how it will look to the public. This is the true view to how our event will look to those purchasing tickets. You can see the image and description at the top here, your 2 ticket types, general admission and table of 10. Guests can click the View Details button before they purchase to see what's included. And then the event instructions and location at the bottom. Thank you for watching our How to Create an Event video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you have any questions on how to now manage your event, please navigate to the Managing an Event help guide.